Good morning. Hope you're all doing very well. Live a little bit earlier than I was expecting, but you know, it's good to get a little head start on it. And apparently the Battle.net launcher has an update of some kind, which is a little bit weird. That doesn't normally get an update, but I think there was some maintenance yesterday. Oh dear. Hope you're all doing well. Let me know in the chat how's it going. Thank you to all the people that do chat, by the way. It's really nice as a streamer when you see like an active chat, especially when people just start having conversations with each other. It's nice to see like chat kind of ticking along. Also, a special shout out at the beginning of this video to Elgato, just here. The camera that I'm using right now is the Elgato Facecam Pro, which is awesome. It's really, really good, and it lets me do fun things like this. Which I like. You know, I've got a lot more control over it than I used to have, which is really, really nice. Hello, Carter. Hello, Theft. Hope you're doing well. Right, just loading the game up. But yeah, massive thanks to Elgato for sending me that. I've been playing with it a little bit, and then I'm gonna like do a video sometime next week, sometime maybe Tuesday, kind of going through what it's good at and things that I've used well. Hi, Pooper. How's it going? Good morning. Hope you've all had a nice morning. I went for a run again. I'm just going on about it because it's like, you know, kind of showing off a little bit. Because that's like positive reinforcement for me, being able to be like, oh, I'm proud of myself. I went for a run. That's run for 25 minutes non-stop this morning. Which, considering when I started this whole thing, the runs were like super short. I just realized I don't know where my phone is. I'm going to get my phone to work out what it was. But I think when I started, the runs were like 2 minutes long or something. They were rubbish. Okay, so when I did my first run, which was 6 weeks ago, this was the 4th of April. No. Oh yeah, because it wasn't 6 weeks ago. I've done 6 weeks of running, but I had like a 2-week break in the middle because I went on holiday. But that first run was 90 seconds of 60 seconds of running at a time. So I was only doing 60 seconds of running at a time, 1 minute of running at a time, and that was rough. It was like, I think it was 8 times that. So like you'd do 60 seconds of running 8 times. So you're doing like 8 minutes of running in total, but with like literally like a minute and a half walking in between every run. So I did that in April, and then today I ran for 25 minutes like non-stop. So like 5 minutes of walking to warm up, like fast walking, you know, brisk walking. And then 25 minutes of jogging, and I say jogging, you know, I was pretty slow today. And then, yeah, then the 5 minutes of walking. And like, you know, I'm proud of myself. I'm glad I've done that. The idea is, the goal is that you build up to being able to do it for 30 minutes non-stop. So I feel like that's like achievable now. Like 25 minutes was super hard today, but I feel like I could probably do half an hour. I think next week, because I do 3 a week, it's this like program. Next week, it's like 3 25-minute runs, so like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 25, 25, 25, and then it goes up to like 28 the week after, and then the week after that it's 30-minute runs. So getting there, and then I think the idea is, you know, once I get up to being able to go 30 minutes, then I start working on, okay, now can I do it a bit faster? Because I don't think I'm ever going to go for runs longer than half an hour, just because it takes too much out of your day. Because it's like you're running for half an hour, but then you've got like 5 minutes of walking, and a bit longer than that really, because the place where I run is like, you know, a bit further away from my house. So I've got like a longer walk to get there and then get back, and then, you know, you've got all the other stuff of like putting on the running clothes for it and all of that stuff. But yeah, so half an hour running. If I can get to the point where I'm actually running for half an hour rather than just jogging, I'll be super happy. Feels like I'm staving off death a little bit. You know, I know I could just get hit by a bus, but still. Oh. Will I get the Nicki Minaj skin? No. Not that I haven't got anything against Nicki Minaj. I don't really know anything about Nicki Minaj. Like, you know, she's one of those people like Taylor Swift, like I don't know who else. Just trying to think of other musicians who are in this kind of category. Like The Weeknd, like that guy with Post Malone, the guy with tattoos all over his face. They're like people who I'm aware that they're super popular, but I just personally haven't ever really listened to them. Like, I don't know. I say that, I've seen Taylor Swift live, but not on purpose. You know, it was just like at an event that I was at. But it was, yeah, like, there's a lot of those people who are like, I know they're huge stars, but for me, they don't hold any kind of importance to me. So I'm happy for people who are Nicki Minaj fans. I'm super happy that they can play as her in the game. I think it's really good, especially having some like celebrities that aren't men. I think it's probably a really good thing. I was talking about all of that last night with my wife a little bit. Last night I watched some of the World Series of Warzone, the North American like Last Chance qualifiers, whatever it's called. And Chrissy was doing really well, and she's an Australian streamer. And like, I know I've watched her on Twitch quite a lot, and like, I know there's always been loads of people being sort of, you know, like, oh, like you're only getting loads of views because you're a girl, blah blah blah. Like, oh, you know, you'd get destroyed if you're in like American lobbies and stuff. And then she goes into like World Series of Warzone, an American tournament, up against people like Huskers, Symphony, and she was like, I think she was the 3rd best in the entire tournament for kills. And it's like, that's awesome. That's awesome to see. And it's like people, you know, people go on like saying, oh, you know, there's like women, there's not many women playing Warzone. And it's because of those kind of attitudes, because of those kind of self-reinforcing things that people are like, oh, like this is just a men's thing. Like this is just only men are interested in it. It ends up being a sort of self-fulfilling prophecy. So I think it's awesome to have a bit more representation, a bit more, what's the word? Sort of widespread representation. That, you know, it's not just oh, there's some female characters in the game, but it's like there's actually you know, female celebrities as well, and there's actually like, you know, I think they've done a fairly good job of highlighting players as well, like, you know, having team captains who are women and stuff like that. I think that's always been pretty good. Right, what am I doing? I don't need a stronghold key card. All my characters are like geared up. It's kind of annoying when it's like this. Sometimes I want to go in and just like not worry about it, you know, but oh well, I'll go in. So all I'm doing today really is more just looking around, you know. Apparently I've done that, so I don't have a new urgent mission. Food supply items, okay. Let's go in and see what we can get done. What musical artist would I get a skin of? Oh, that's an interesting one. What musical artists would I get a skin of? It's tough, because like a lot of the musicians that I really like don't have like a strong look. So like, I wouldn't be that interested. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I quite like some sort of vaguely novelty ones. You know, some people from the past. So like Dolly Parton, I'm going to her theme park in a couple of weeks. Dolly Parton definitely would play as her. Elvis. I don't really like Elvis that much. You know, I'm not a massive Elvis fan, but that'd be a pretty cool skin, wouldn't it? Having an Elvis skin, that'd be sick. Don't know really. There's not someone where I can't think of someone where I'm like, oh yeah. Maybe like Metallica, like if you had like James Hetfield, I think that could be quite cool. Especially if you know how the finishing move is like smacking someone with his guitar or something. That'd be cool. Dolly Parton would be awesome. Imagine the voice lines. Yeah, Travis, Chrissy is like... Chrissy, I used to watch her playing on Rebirth Island a lot. Chrissy might be the best player I know. Well, you know, that I know of, that I've watched. Like, she's just so fast. It's insane. I don't know of anyone else who's that quick. On smaller maps, she's absolutely amazing. I mean, that counts as more than 1,000%. That counts as more than 100% Flynn. You'd buy a Hetfield skin. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Did they ever bring the Nick Merck skin back? Nah, because I think, you know, it wasn't just what he said originally, but he kind of doubled down on the whole reinforcing stupid conspiracy theories about gay people. I don't think they wanted to be attached to that, which I think was the right call, personally.
Secure intel and loot to gain access to new missions.
You just
Enemy threat is high, so expect contact.
If they want to do like a Spartan thing, they should have what's his name? The guy who's in 300, the actor who's in 300. I've forgotten his name. But that guy. Oh look, my gun didn't load in again. This is really fun how this happens so much. How this happens every bloody time I load into the game. That I have to go through this whole stupid thing before I can use my main gun. Like, that's not fun. I don't know if someone, like, told the Infinity Ward developers or Raven or whoever, and they were like, hey, you know what would be fun? if like you made a weird glitch that took away people's guns at the beginning. But whoever that was, they were lying. It's not fun. It's really, really annoying. Especially when you can't find any bloody bots. Oh, then see if a player comes up, my gun's just gone for no reason. I'm not a fan of the glitches personally. I know it might be a controversial opinion. Everyone's got their own opinion. Personally, I don't like the glitches, and I would rather they weren't in the game. That's just me, though, you know. I also don't like that there's a million hard drives over it. Right, the petrol station. Surely, there we go. Oh my god. Finally, my gun. I need to find a team. I need to find some people. But like, find people in a good way, not find people in a way where they shoot me.
Ultra One, activity has increased in the area. Keep your eyes open.
Fuck off, Michael.
Ultra One, heads up. We're seeing a squad of operators near your position.
I'm very, very over trying to explain to these people. It's people over by... there's people over by the coast, I can hear them.
Moving here.
Hey look, they stole all my stuff. That's fun. I'm gonna blame Michael for that. Oh, you stole my good gun.
Moving.
Thanks. I'll just have to follow around whoever nicked it and wait for them to die.
Completing contracts earns you cash to buy gear and upgrades.
Not that one. Not that one.
Ultra One,
I think it must be Stalin then, maybe. Was that my gun? Did they take my gun? I don't even know.
Ultra One, you just eliminated a high-value target. Get close enough for PID to secure payment.
I mean, I definitely lost that fight. Like, I lost that fight against one guy. I definitely would have lost it if there's more. They did take my gun, but I can't see it on any of them, which is a bit weird.
Our advanced UAV is online.
Oh.
Ultra One, we're seeing increased activity in the area. Stay sharp.
I just hate only having one gun. I like being able to...
Ultra One, enemy
He doesn't have my gun. It's one of these two.
friendly airstrike in the AO.
Ah.
Enemy down.
Ultra One, be advised. Threat level is high in this AO. Expect contact. Operator is requesting medical near your location.
Nothing good, I don't think. I know I'm being a bit toxic taking that guy's gun, but they took my gun, so
Reinforcements incoming.
I feel less bothered by it, you know? I want my gun back. If I get it back, then I'll give them their gun back.
Attack helo is heading your way.
Doo-doo-doo.
Moving.
Right. What are we doing? I don't know what's going on. I'm getting distracted by chat again.
Response UAV active.
Hey, they killed someone else. Judge Punisher. Yeah. That would be Toxic Flynn, and I kind of feel like that might be what it does, because I couldn't see any of them, so I feel like they must have put my gun, so one of them must have put my gun in their backpack, which feels a bit toxic.
Ultra One, operator is near your location and requesting.
Feels a bit harsh,
Moving here.
but I think that's what happened to me. Could be wrong, could be mistaken. A Sheikah liquor. There we go. Anything good? No. I'm gonna get this guy up.
Ultra One, enemy threat is low in the area. Ultra One, you've got hostile. Ultra One, intel believes that could be a high priority target. There's an open contract on him. Confirm that kill to close it and secure payment. ID confirmed that.
Yeah, just move on.
Payment is approved.
Enemies here.
Everyone knows my stance on it. It's pretty clear. To me, Nick Merckx is pretty clearly a homophobe. There's a weird, like, conspiracy theory type thing where people try to make out that somehow educating people about gay rights and trans rights is linked to paedophilia. That's just conspiracy theory from transphobes and homophobes. It's very clearly one. As someone who was a teacher for 13 years, I fully understand and am aware of what they're teaching in American schools as well as English schools. I've looked into it a great deal. But people still keep seeming to try and push this conspiracy theory, and there's a very, very, very clear link when you look at the profiles of people who talk about this stuff on Twitter, who are like, "Oh yeah, they should leave the kids alone," blah blah. And then those people often seem to somehow be linked to, you know, they're also anti-vaxxers, they're also climate change deniers, they're also people who support the Republican Party if they're in America, or they supported Brexit if they're in the UK. There's a group of people, they don't care about what reality is, they just care about their feelings and how there's things that they don't like in the world, so they will change their perception of reality to try and make those things bad somehow. And there's no point talking, like, I gave it like a couple of weeks of trying to talk to these people and trying to explain it, and it doesn't matter. Like, because they don't care about what's happening in reality at all. They've got no interest in reality. They've got no interest in what's really going on. Their only interest is in supporting their mindset that, you know, the world's out to get them. And they're idiots is the other problem. Like, it's very hard to reason with people that are idiots. I saw something yesterday, an anti-vax thing on Twitter, where someone was like, oh, the Office of National Statistics have put this out saying that people who took the vaccine are more likely to get myocarditis than people who didn't, or something like this. And then it was like when anyone asked for proof, they linked this study. And then a bunch of people read the study and were like, that literally doesn't say anything about it. It talks about young versus old people. It doesn't talk about vaccinated versus unvaccinated people. And it's like, so these people were all just sharing around this study because one person tweeted it, saying it said something it didn't. And then people were sharing it around as proof of their beliefs. And it was like, but this literally isn't anything to do with what you're talking about. Like they just hadn't read it at all. It was just enough to be like, hey, the Office of National Statistics has got it back. They know what it's about. And yeah, it was stupid. It's like, you can't argue people who are willing to do things like that. You can't... because all they'll do is just keep on coming up with more and more things that take time to debunk. It takes you longer to debunk them and show why they're wrong or they've misunderstood than it does for them to come up with a new one. Like with this whole Nick Mucks thing, there was just loads of people being like, what about this book? This is a rude picture of gay people. This might be in a school library somewhere. And it's like, how are you meant to check why that was in a school library? If it was in a school library, what school? How widely was it? Was it in the curriculum? Blah, blah, blah. And then every single one that anyone did bother check, anyone that I bothered checking, it was always like, oh, this is a book for 16-year-olds. Or, you know, this is a book that's just used by this charity to support people who are struggling with blah, blah, blah. And it's like, and then you'd say that to them and they'd just ignore that and then move on to other, like, what about this rude picture I found? And it's like, oh my god, you're so bothered by, like, pictures of boys kissing that is, like, freaking you out. And then they have, like, the audacity to go around and call other people, like snowflakes or something. It's like, your feelings are so hurt by the possibility that a child saw a cartoon of two men in a romantic relationship. Like, that's your panic. You've gone crazy over the belief that this might have happened. It's like, oh my god. And then obviously you do also get some of people on the other side of that side of the argument, but from the point where they're like, well, I'm a teacher and so they're like, I'm a parent and I don't want my child being told that it's, you know, possible to be trans or gay. It's like, your child being told that it's possible to be trans or gay isn't going to make them trans or gay. They could already be trans or gay, and this would help them to come to terms with those feelings. It would help them, but it's not like, it's not that knowing the existence of gay people that makes people gay. That's not how that works. Like, that's such a ridiculous thing.
Ultra One, actual. Advise you equip your gas mask in this area.
It's very,
Time on target limited.
it's very silly. It's like, I don't want my child to find out about allergies. I don't want my child to find out that they could be allergic to peanuts. I'm just going to let them have peanuts, and then if they have a reaction to it, I'll just say that, you know, they've just got a cold. When they start swelling up and dying, I'll say it's completely unrelated. I don't want them to know about peanut allergies. Peanut allergies kill people. I don't want my child to know about that. Just, won't you protect the children? Won't you save the children? Don't tell them about peanut allergies. It's that kind of thinking. But obviously that would be stupid. But for some reason people can't make the link to, you know, sexuality or gender identity. Anyway, sorry, I'm just having fun. You got serious Sicario. I still haven't seen Sicario. Every time I look it up on streaming things, I can't bloody find it. Is it on, like, Prime or Netflix or anything at the moment? Last time I looked, which admittedly was, like, when Modern Warfare 2 came out and everyone said that, that highway map, I forgot what it's called now. Man, can you remember? Everyone was talking about how much they hated that map, and I can't even bloody remember what it's called now. What's that map called? Oh, it's like a big highway. Oh, a vase, a vase, a vase. No, get away from my vase! I just killed 4 men to grab a vase. Woo. Yeah, that map. Like, everyone said that was like Sicario, and I've never seen Sicario. I was like, oh, I should watch it, but I couldn't find it on any, things. It's on Netflix. Woo! I should watch it. Yeah, I don't think it was when I looked, but like I said, that was like a year ago. What do I think on Jordan Henderson going to Saudi and the stick he's getting as an ambassador? I don't know who Jordan Henderson is. And I didn't know LGBTQ have official ambassadors. Is it like an organization now? I don't know who John Henson is.
We got a hit on an enemy hard drive. You need to
It's also on Prime. It's on both of them. Oh my god.
target areas on your
I know what I'm doing later. I'm going to watch Sicario. Well, what I'll do is, my wife's only working half a day today, so this afternoon I'll be like, hey, do you want to go to cinema to see Mission Impossible? And she'll say no, because it's like 3 hours long. And then we'll say, hey, should we watch Sicario instead? And she'll say yes. Because she won't care. Santa Senior Border Crossing. Man, that is actually, that's quite a forgettable name. That's quite an awkward name, isn't it? Santa Senior Border Crossing. I mean, I know it is a border crossing. Like, it makes sense that it's called that. What am I doing? There's lots of bots everywhere. I've got like a vase and some liquor. What have I got? I've got one vase, a liquor, and an armor box. I kind of like that map just because it's like different, but I am also of the opinion that if you're trying to do something in particular, you know, like you're trying to use a certain weapon or something, then it's super annoying because like you can't use like any playstyle on that. Like snipers are so prevalent on it. It makes it very hard to like run and gun on that map. It's satisfying when you do. When you get a good run, it's like super fun, but it's tricky. I'm just gonna go. Yeah, no, I do want to watch Sicario. It's one of those films that like I've always heard good stuff about. I do want to watch it for sure. Ba ba ba.
Ultra One, signal is good. Make sure until the transfer is complete.
Don't know Danger Close either. Don't know that. I didn't even know there was a Sicario 2. Yeah, got a mission done, so that'll increase my thing as well. My Exfil streak. Super noob coming. So I don't have my gun back, but I quite like this hemlock, to be honest. I saw someone else. It's got a little duck on it. Look. It's got a little duck. That's kind of cute. Yeah. It's about Aussies in Vietnam. I didn't even know Australian people were in Vietnam. I should watch it, probably. Hendo was a spokesperson for LGBT rights. He wore rainbow laces and was always speaking up on behalf of gay rights, and now he's moved to a Saudi club. Oh, he's a footballer. Okay. I mean, I don't know. If anything, I'd say him moving to a Saudi club. Obviously, I'm sure money's a big thing. Maybe he can do some good there. Maybe, you know, if he keeps up his speaking out for LGBT rights, that could be super good, couldn't it? That could be really, that could be a really kind of positive thing, I think. I don't know about the whole, like, if you do things in Saudi Arabia, is that unethical because Saudi Arabia does bad things? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. That's a very complicated moral issue. Like, you know, like I just went to the United Arab Emirates and they obviously do terrible things. But I went there and on a holiday and had a lovely time and really enjoyed it. And it's like, is that an unethical thing? But then, you know, like, America, the USA does terrible things. They still have the death penalty. They've banned abortion in loads of different states. They've like banned teaching about LGBT stuff in some states. That's awful. I'm still going to go to the US in a couple of weeks. You know, the UK has done terrible things. You know, we chemically castrated Alan Turing. Like, what the hell? You know, it's still like, and I know Saudi Arabia has done, you know, and like depending on what topic you're looking at, has done much worse things. But yeah, I think it's a very hard issue. Like if you take the hard line of, well, this government has done bad things, therefore we should never have anything to do with that country. you're getting into that kind of, you know, the ethical consumption under capitalism problem with like that everyone talked about with Hogwarts Legacy, aren't you? Of like, do you use things that are made in China? Like, you know, you're like, do you use oil that's come from Saudi Arabia? Like, you know, you're getting into difficult issues in general, and this is my sweeping statement of the day that I probably can't back up or explain very well. And this, I don't know, this sounds stupid in a lot of ways, and I'm aware it sounds stupid. I'm just not smart enough to articulate it properly. I don't really believe in countries. Like, the idea of countries, I'm not a big fan of. Like, in general, I don't like people thinking of places in terms of countries very much. I think there's, you know, definitely arguments to be made, you know, you talk about what governments did, but it's like, I wouldn't like it if people thought negatively of me based on what Rishi Sunak does. And I didn't ever think anything negatively of, like, my American friends based on what Donald Trump or Obama or Joe Biden did. Like, that's a different thing to me. Like, they are just people that happen to live in America. I am a person that happens to live in the United Kingdom. I don't really think of myself as, like, you know, like, oh, I'm British, I stand for British values and blah, blah. I think that's really bad. When I was a teacher, we had to, there was a big push towards the end of when I was a teacher. There was a big push for British values. I've talked about it a few times, of us having to, like, teach British values and incorporate them into our lessons and stuff. And I was always really against it because, you know, it was stuff like, tolerance and, you know, like respect for the law and blah blah blah, and it's all just like, these are just like human values, these are just society values, they're not like uniquely British. It's not like, oh, British people are uniquely tolerant, British people respect the law but other countries don't. It's just like, these are just like things that we would like people who live in a society to do. And I think by teaching them as British values, it kind of reinforced this idea of like, well, you know, these people who are coming, these people from France, they don't have British values. And it's like, well, the French values are pretty much the same. You know, they put more garlic and stuff, but other than that, it's pretty much the same deal. They let kids drink wine a bit more. It's just, yeah, it's, I'm not a big fan of it. So when it comes to things like people going and doing business in Saudi Arabia, or people doing stuff in the UAE, or people doing stuff with, you know, Israel, Iran, Palestine, America, China, Korea, Japan. I don't know. I'm kind of a bit more laissez-faire about it. I'm kind of like, I wouldn't want, like, if, say, this footballer you're talking about, Henderson, if he was like taking money to be a spokesperson for the Saudi government against LGBT rights, that would be a different thing. That would be like, oh, that's a bad thing. He's sold out. That's a terrible thing. Like, that would be a bad thing. Him going and playing football for a Saudi team, I don't know. Is that bad? Like, I don't know. Does that matter? I just think that's weird. Also, I have to be, you know, I have to be a little bit careful because I kind of maybe will go to Saudi Arabia at some point in the next few years, because they are currently building the most ridiculous roller coaster that anyone has ever built. And everyone was like, everyone in the kind of the roller coaster community was like, there's no way they're ever going to build that. They're just trying to get investment money for it, but there's absolutely no way they're ever going to build it. They're building it right now. Like, there is track up. Like, there are supports, there is track. They are building it, and it is insane. It's called like Falcon's Flight, and it's going to be they're building a new Six Flags park there called Six Flags Qiddiya. It's a Six Flags park, but it's not owned by Six Flags. It's owned by the Saudi Arabian government or a Saudi prince or something. And yeah, like, you should look up the, like, you know, people have done povs of the ride, you know, videos of what they think it will look like. It's insane. It's going to be by far the tallest and fastest roller coaster in the world. But like, not even, you know, not even close. Just properly insane. So that's interesting. Where's the rusted fridge? Oh, I don't care about that key. Where's the rusted fridge? I don't even know where that is. I don't think I ever played that Go-Ray. That football mode. There isn't a country that hasn't done bad things. Yeah. Having to read back through chat. Thank you to everyone that's chatting. I do enjoy everyone who's chatting. And thank you to everyone that's already liked the stream. Oh yeah, Pooper, you didn't do anything. Sorry, I just saw your apology. I'm not cross for you at all. You didn't do anything wrong. Oh good, that Michael unsubbed immediately. Oh no, I lost a sub. Oh no. Oh. I'm so sad. You know what? Like this is me being mean about J God a little bit, and I apologize because I don't have anything against J God. I think he's fine. He's a great content creator. Blah blah blah. But he does something in his tweets that Michael person who just left did. That I don't know why it riles me up so much. He does like the free crying, laughing emojis. And I don't know why it's become like this symbol of something that I really hate. I'm definitely going to die. Whenever I spawn here, I die. Or that, except for that one time that I killed like 3 people. But like, something about that free laughing crying emojis that just winds me up. It just, I don't know what it is. I really can't explain why it bothers me. But it's like, there's a tone attached to it that like properly... Like, it's really kind of like, I don't care what you think. Like, I don't know. Weird thing. Why would that bother me? Why would that emoji bother me? It's like when people put LMAO at the end of things. Even people putting LOL nowadays. Like, I don't know, there's kind of... I've lumped them together in my head of like... I'm quite dismissive of people that are like that. Thank you, Ninja Cat, very much. Spot on, Geeky. Actually said Geeky, I think, which is interesting. Thank you very much, Ninja Cat. Thank you for the 10. And thank you for all of your support over the last year or two, Ninja Cat. I really, really appreciate it. You've been absolutely awesome and incredibly generous to me. I'm gonna die.
Ultra One, enemy threat appears low in this area.
Geeky. Yeah, those emotes. So yeah, people saying LMAO at the end of stuff when someone's like, some people sometimes leave comments and it's always, you know, something sort of like, the audio in this isn't very good, LMAO, or like, oh, that guy killed you, LMAO, and it's like, oh, it's so toxic. It's so toxic. Winds me right up. Why have I even gone this way? Let's see if I'm joining people. I'm gonna go back to residential. Did Michael leave? He said he was unsubbing. Immediately he had to tell us. He's one of those people who, when he decides not to watch some content anymore, he makes sure to let everyone know. It's weird, like when I stop watching a stream or a video, I don't ever like feel the need to tell people that I'm stopping. I don't know, maybe it's like me not having such a huge sense of self-importance, but like generally, if say I'm watching a stream and then I decide, hey, I'm gonna go do something else, I just stop watching, or if I unsub from a channel, I just unsub. It's an interesting idea to be like, I need to tell you that I'm unsubbing, and I'm not unsubbing, I'm not gonna unsub in an hour, like a normal person would. Like, I'm going to unsub immediately. It's like, if you're unsubbing, I assume you're unsubbing immediately. I don't think there's a period of notice required. God, I ended up with so much money in that last game, didn't I? Why have I got so much money? I don't know if I need more lighters. I might do. I'm going to grab more. But yes, he left. And good riddance. I was thinking about doing a video of like advice to people who want to get into content creation, who want to get into doing what I do. You know, based on sort of like, hey, I've made these mistakes, you probably shouldn't, or I've done these things that worked well, you probably should do that. And I thought, actually, I'll probably just wait, because there's a chance, you know, I might be going back to teaching or something soon. And if I do, I might as well do it as like a farewell video of like, hey, I'm going, but here's how other people could do this better than I did. And one of the things is like, that's really important is you have to decide early on. Oh my God. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I can see you thinking about it. Oh my God, I'm going to die.
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
I see you there. Oh. I mean, that's incredibly handy. I was like, oh, I lost my self-revive, but no, I just found 2 more. That was definite streamer loot. I was saying in that video I put out yesterday, I was like, oh, who needs a self-revive box? Like, there's so many self-revives, and then I just ran out. But then I immediately found some. What was I going to say? Yeah, oh God. You know, you've got to make that decision when you start streaming. And I think you do have to do it pretty much from the beginning. You've got to make a decision. Do you want as many viewers as possible, or do you want to curate your community? What are these? Why are these enemies so hard? Yeah, like, do you want to curate your community? Like, do you want to stop some people from being a part of your community or not? And, like, you know, I don't even think I've got no judgment, really, for people who go either way. Like, there's some people who are just like, I want the biggest community possible. I want as many people to watch it as possible. And that means, obviously, you have more reach, you have more influence, you have... Yeah, Shikalika. You have more money. You know, all good things. But you've got to put up with the fact that some people in your chat are going to say things that you don't like. And some people who are going to watch you and enjoy your content. People who maybe you don't agree with and you don't like. Or you can, like, be a bit more brutal, a bit more careful with your community. And curate them a bit, which means generally, like, your community will be more people that you like talking to and you like spending time with. Chat will be a place, you know, where you like spending time and you like talking to them. But you'll have a smaller community and some people will get very, very angry with you. And obviously, I went down that path. And, you know, I'm still not sure 100% if it's the right thing to do, because it does mean I definitely lose some viewers. I definitely lose some followers. But I think... at least being at the kind of size of creator I am, where, you know, I would say generally in a stream, we have like 10 people who are talking a lot in any given stream. I like that I'm spending time chatting to you lot who I get on with. You know, I quite like listening to you. I quite like chatting to you. I know there's like a bunch of people, there's a lot of streamers I watch, like streamers I really like, there's a lot of streamers I watch, who just kind of ignore their chat, because, you know, it's just like memes, or people spewing nonsense, or people, like, being stupid, and they just don't read it, they just don't pay the slightest bit of attention to it. You know, they'll pick out the odd comment, but they don't read most of it, and it's like, I think that works better if you've got, like, hundreds or thousands of viewers. But it's an interesting kind of problem. It's an interesting, like, thing to decide. But you do have to think about it, because it's a conscious thing, you know? It's a conscious thing of, like, do you ban people for... Not, like, you know, and there's, like, different lines to draw. It's not binary, like, nothing is. It's not entirely binary. It's not like... oh, it's just you either only let people you agree with in, or you only let people you disagree with in. It's more like, okay, most streamers would immediately ban anyone that was like homophobic or transphobic or
Love your
hey, Madjog, thank you. Most people would ban people who are like, you know, being hateful. That's pretty... These bots seem harder in this game. I don't know why. Most people would ban people who are being like that, but then what about when it's like a more subtle thing? You know, what about people who come into your chat and are like, "Whoa, Trump 2024"? Like, what do you do about them? Like, does that matter? What about people who, you know, like support this whole Nick Mercs thing and stuff like that? You know, do you go to that extreme of like banning those people? Do you ignore them and just like kind of let them sit in the background? Do you that's that bag. I don't even need a gold skull, I don't think. Yeah, do you just ignore them and just not respond to the things they're saying? Like, do you argue against them? It's like, you know, it's a choice. It's got to make a choice about how you deal with that sort of thing. I think, like, I rarely ban people like that unless they're actually being toxic. Like, I don't think I've ever banned someone just because of what they believe. I've banned people because of, you know, if they're being super toxic about what they believe. But I don't think I've ever banned someone because I've just been like, oh, you're a Republican, I'm going to ban you. Like, it's not been that kind of thing. But I can imagine people who do. You know, there's like some people who are just like, no, I want my community to be people like me, and therefore... Oh, well. Increasingly, I think, like, I should probably ignore some of it, but if you ignore it, it kind of gives them license to carry on and spread it, and then it's like, surely you've got a responsibility to kind of stamp out that kind of nonsense? Don't know. Tricky one. Tricky moral quandary. I mean, in reality, it just comes down to a case-by-case basis. And if someone's being an asshole, they're probably going to get argued with or banned. If someone's being very reasonable, I'll probably just disagree with them politely. It's also difficult to know what to do with idiots. Because some people, it's like, you. I got this one as a teacher quite a lot. You'd get people who... You'd get kids who would say something that's, you know, quite an offensive thing to say, or would share quite an offensive belief, but then you think it's just that they don't know any better. Like, they're just echoing what some authority figure in their life has said. They are young. Like, they haven't thought about it properly. They haven't got the life experience, you know. You know, it's like when you see people talking about how much, what a big problem immigrants are in a country, but they've never actually spoken to an immigrant. Or, you know, people who are super homophobic, but they don't know anyone who's gay and stuff like that. And it's like, if they're speaking just from a place of ignorance, that's probably not worth being horrible to them. It's worth trying to maybe reason with them a little bit. But then, you know, lots of people don't want to be reasoned with. Lots of people pretend to be ignorant, but actually they're just hateful. Lots of people will just feign ignorance because it gives them a free license to say hateful shit. Can I call this in from here?
Ultra One, we're seeing increased activity in the extraction is inbound at this time. 904 is inbound for extraction. Be with you soon.
I am a bit worried about these bots. They are hardcore and they are going to give my location away. Thought I told you to be dead. Yeah, Grumpy. I definitely think that's a big part of it. Like what you're saying about there's people that feed off the negativity. There's people, you know, that openly, you know, when people are like, ho, 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 I'm a troll on the internet. And it's like, they feed off making people angry and getting people upset. And it's like, those are horrible people. They're terrible people. But, you know, they love getting people angry. And it's like, oh. Don't have any time for people like that.
Ultra One, Dino 4, we're standing by. Get to the extraction point now. Dino 4 to actual. All objectives and personnel secure. For RTV at this time.
Didn't see a single other player in that entire game. That was weird. I was like sure I was going to die, but I'm getting out with some lighters, a new note which I didn't have before, a Sheikah liquor. Oh, I dropped that. I forgot to swap out that armor box. That was stupid of me. Anyway, sorry, I'll read chat again. I have to, like, load up a bit. You're curious to set how secure bag works. If you dive your secure bag, do you keep your items? Yes, but you lose the secure bag. Reminds you of MSN Messenger. What? Hey, Grumpy. Lumping everyone into communities annoys you. One common trait doesn't equal common experience. Even non-politically, the COD community that's always raging about the new game-breaking feature. The COD community is a weird thing. Like, when I started being a content creator with Call of Duty, I tried really, really hard. Like, really hard to be, like, a part of the COD community. And, you know, I was super happy after a while that, you know, Noah J invited me to do some zombies with him, and I got a world first in zombies with him. Jack Frags played with me. Like, J-God knew who I was and followed me on Twitter. You know, Modern Warzone know who I am, and, like, I was chatting with him, arguing sometimes. You know, Charlie Intel know who I am. A load of the developers from Call of Duty follow me and know who I am. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm part of the COD community. And then, like, the closer you get to it, you start realizing, like, oh, the zombies community is basically entirely separate from the rest of the Call of Duty community. Like, that's a completely different thing. And then, like, the competitive Call of Duty community is kind of completely separate from the rest of the Call of Duty community. And then you get, like, the Call of Duty community who are, like, super into, like, leaks and hating Call of Duty and talking about how terrible the game is all the time. And then you get the Call of Duty community that just like playing with each other and like making content and are quite, like, kind of quite wholesome. They're the ones that now I kind of associate myself with a little bit more. When you see me, like, replying to people and talking to people on Twitter and stuff like that, it's more those sort of people. And then, you know, and then you get other people who are just kind of, you get the Call of Duty community who only play Warzone, the Call of Duty community that only play DMZ, the young Call of Duty community, the older Call of Duty community, the Spanish Call of Duty community, which is massive and doesn't really cross over with the English-speaking Call of Duty community very much at all. Like, you know, it's like huge, but completely separate. It's very strange. But anyway, yeah, it's weird, like, how fractured it is. And each community has kind of its own vibe and its own things that they care about and things that are known, and a lot of them are very, very, very sort of gatekeepery and exclusionary and stuff, other than the, like, nice little wholesome one. Yeah, I quickly learned that being a part of the Call of Duty community isn't fun in a lot of ways. Very Viking Crow said you'd love to be involved in some sort of content creation. You like my mix of gaming news, good discussions, and great gameplay. Thank you very much, Very Viking Crow. It's a shame it doesn't work very well, but I enjoy making it. I've got to the point where now, after 2 years of doing content creation, I'm kind of at the point where I can make content that I like. My next problem is how to constantly grow and make money doing the stuff I like. I know what I like. I've got a setup I'm happy with. I've got, like, a kind of schedule that I'm happy with. I just don't make enough money. Like, that's it, basically. And I don't grow. I mean, saying that, I've grown, like, I think I've got like 100 extra subscribers in the last couple of days, which has been really good. But just like a couple of videos did quite well. But it's, yeah, I need to work out to turn this into money making. Or get another job. You hate answering the same question a million times, Pooper. I'm, like, mixed. Like, if I'm talking about myself, I don't mind. I quite like saying the same thing over and over again. People who watch me every day know I have the same conversations every bloody day. I just like hearing the sound of my own voice. I think you kind of need to be a content creator. You kind of need to care about your own opinion. You need to think that the things you say have value. Otherwise, you just wouldn't talk and you'd be really boring to listen to. But I do repeat myself too much, and that's a bad thing. I'm just carrying on reading. So I'm using Mad Jock's Super Chat as a thing. That's what I'm up to. I'd want to be inclusive, not exclusive. Mutual respect and tolerance. Yeah, it's difficult. You say you want to be inclusive, but by being inclusive, like, it's a weird paradox that if you are the sort of person that cares a lot about tolerance, you have to be intolerant of people that aren't tolerant. You have to be intolerant of intolerance. You have to be. And so therefore, by trying to have like an inclusive community, you have to exclude the people that don't want that. You know, that you become I think content creation has made me more aware, but also, you know, stuff going on in the news and social media and stuff like that has made it very crystal clear that there's a big group of people, a large group of people, millions of people potentially, who are predominantly white, mostly middle class, I would say, but there's some working class and there's some like richer people in there as well. Mostly Christian, but again, lots of atheists, I'm sure, lots of Muslims, Jewish people, Sikhs, Hindus, blah, 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 lots of all religions. But I'd say mostly white, mostly middle class, mostly Christian, straight, cisgendered people that don't want anyone else to be happy. They don't think other people deserve happiness. They don't think other people deserve help. They don't think other people deserve the same rights they have. And like their like mindset of excluding other people keeps getting bigger and bigger. They're like, you know, I think a lot of it stems from, it was originally white people being racist. That's, I think, where most of it stems from. And then and you know, I think in America it was more of the racism thing. In England, I think it was more of the classism thing. You know, it was more like English people not wanting poor people to be happy. And then it like spread out to being like, okay, we don't want people from other religions, you know, and that obviously came to a bit of a head around 2001. And then it like was also, they don't want people who aren't straight to be happy. They don't want people who don't conform to their gender roles to be happy. They don't want people who share their beliefs about conspiracy theories to be happy. They don't want people who are who like different celebrities to them to be happy. They don't want people who like different news stories to them to be happy. They don't want people who like different food to them to be happy. And it kind of keeps on spreading that they've got their idea of what's normal. And anything that falls outside of that becomes bad. Like, you know, it can't exist. It can't be happy. It shouldn't be allowed. It should be got rid of. And it's like, it's very contradictory. Like, you know, you like the whole thing in America where you have like Republicans who say they believe in small government, but they also want the government to outlaw different ways that people live, and they want the government to have the final say on whether people can have abortions and stuff. It's like, you know, stuff like that. That's super contradictory, but it doesn't matter because their whole thing is essentially, I only want people like me to be successful and happy because I want everyone to help me. I want to have the best, you know, opportunities in life. I want like everything to be designed around my experience, my wants and things like that. And when they realize that their bubble's quite big and they realize that they're still not happy, they double down on it and go further. You know, they double down on it and they're like, okay, we want to cut more people off. We want to cut more people off. And the same thing happened. Like, and you know, it's always happened. This isn't a new thing. It's just because of social media, people can be a lot louder about it. But like, it's always been a thing. And it's just kind of this whole idea of there being some people that have privilege and are terrified of other people sharing in that privilege. It sucks. And you kind of have to exclude those people. You kind of have to exclude people that have that mindset. And you see it, like, again, you know, you can see it going away from like the political stuff. You see it in the Call of Duty community. Like, you see it with people. By the way, thank you to whoever just became a member. Tom Wallace, thank you very much for becoming a member. You see it in the Call of Duty community that it's like, you get the people that play zombies. And then they kind of exclude people that don't play zombies. Like, oh, you know, you play that stupid multiplayer stuff. Like, oh, that's for idiots. Like, zombies fans really where it's at. And then if you're a zombies fan, it's like, oh, you like Black Ops 4 zombies. Like, no. It's all about Black Ops 2 zombies. People who like Black Ops 4 zombies, they're not real zombies fans. And then out of the people that like Black Ops 2 zombies, it's like, oh, like, I really just do like the high round stuff, like speedrunners. That's stupid. That's pointless. I'm not interested in speedrun. I don't care about the Easter egg. I just care about like high round. If you haven't done like round 1,000, then you're not a real zombies fan. And it's like it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller of people being like, we're the real ones. We're the ones that they should design the game around. We're the ones that they should make decisions around. We're the ones they should make content for. Not those idiots. Like not those idiots who do the not those idiot Black Ops 2 fans who do speedrun Easter eggs. Don't design the game around those fools. They don't know what they're talking about. They're all noobs. They're all kids. Do it around the high round people. It's like that kind of Insta thing. And the same thing happens, Warzone. You get like the people who do competitive ranked Warzone. They're like, oh, these bloody casuals. They're just logging into Warzone to have fun. Like, oh, no. Don't design the game for them. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. I think there was a comedian, was it Emo Phillips, that did that long joke about the different branches of Christianity, and he was like, he met someone, and he keeps on going, being like, oh, I go to that same church, like, oh, I'm part of that same chapter, like, blah, blah, until it gets to like one slight difference, and he's like, die, heretic! And it's like, it's that kind of mindset of people just have this weird shrinking, no one else good. And it's not like, I want to make it clear, one thing that I think does get lost a little bit is this isn't like a unique thing to the conspiracy theorists, the anti-vaxxers, the homophobes, the racists, blah, blah. It happens within the kind of more liberal community too. You get some people who are like, oh, you used the wrong word to describe this, like, blah, you're the worst person ever. Or like, you don't know who this person is, blah, you're the worst person ever. Like that, it happens in every community. It definitely happens everywhere. It's just when people get involved in that to the level of wanting other people to have less opportunities and less rights and not be able to live the way they want. And within that, again, this isn't a binary thing. There's lots of subtlety. I believe in there being completely equal rights, regardless of whether your relationship is gay or straight. I believe in equal gender rights, whatever your gender is. But I also don't think people should be allowed to have guns. I don't think you should be allowed to be like, hey, I want to have a gun. I don't think that should be allowed, personally. I don't think people should ever get involved in government because of their religion. I don't think that should be a thing. So I'm someone who excludes people based on the way they want to live. There's nuance to all of it. It's not simple. That was fun. Anyway, I'm just ranting now. What am I on about? Why did I just record that entire thing? I was still recording from the games. The end of that video's got like 10 minutes of me just rabbiting on about that. Anyway, sorry, carrying on. DJ Poke said you see a lot of music. Oh yeah. When I was a teenager, that was where I saw it the most, was in music. You get like, oh yeah, like, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm a metal fan. I like, I like Metallica, I like Pearl Jam and stuff. And they'd be like, oh, Pearl Jam, that's not metal, that's just rock. That's basically classic rock. Metallica's not really metal. You need to listen to Slayer and Megadeth. And then you get some people being like, Megadeth and Slayer, they're so mainstream. You need to listen to like, and then it'll be someone, where they've got some metal band where it's got a logo that you can't read because it's got too many flourishes on it. It's like, that's the real band. It's very silly. If I get double the viewers or subs, am I going to carry on streaming and go back to teaching? If I was on double, I'd carry on doing. It's not really about the number of viewers subs, it's about the amount of money. At the moment, I'm making about, I don't mind sharing it, I make about £1,000 a month. Sometimes a bit less, sometimes a bit more. When a new Call of Duty comes out, that can triple. I think my best month was about £3,000. My worst months, though, are like £600. And it's like, that's not enough money. If I was consistently making £2,000 a month, I think I could keep on doing this. But at the moment, that's not happening. I'm literally making, like, if I carry this on as I am now, I'm making like £12,000 a year. That's awful. Like, I'm just living off my savings at the moment. Which is not good. Not sustainable. But, I don't regret it. I definitely am glad that I've tried this, and I'm glad I'm enjoying it. It's just I need more money. I need to do more things that make more money. I think this last year especially, like the beginning of the year, I had a couple of really, really good months. And then since then, I've been experimenting way too much. I experimented with Kick. I experimented with doing more stuff on Twitch. I experimented with the podcast. I experimented with different kinds of videos. I just tried a lot. And that coupled with lots of advertisers and sponsors have been struggling, for a while now, but especially since the pandemic, it's kind of a bad mix that, you know, every time I experiment with something, I lose some viewers, or, you know, sometimes I gain some. Like DMZ obviously gained me a bunch. But it's easy to lose some as well. I need to stop doing that. I need to double down on things that work. I think from now on, at least until I finish doing content, I'm going to be playing it a lot safer, you know, sticking to more DMZ streams, at least while it's popular, sticking to Call of Duty videos on my main channel. I am going to do like a load of Starfield stuff. I'm really hoping, I am really hoping all of that goes well. I'm just getting out. Screw this. Does this gun not have a bloody suppressor on? Well, it does. It's just super loud. Yeah, I am going to do a lot of Starfield stuff. I'm going to try to balance, you know, doing some Call of Duty stuff with a lot of Starfield stuff. I have my separate Starfield channel. Search for GP Starfield if you want to follow that and support me, because I think it's only got like 33 subscribers or something at the moment, maybe 31. 40 grand. God, that's a lot. Yeah, so I am going to do a bit of that just because I'm so excited about Starfield and I really want to make a success of that if I can. But, you know, I tried to do a lot of stuff with Diablo and I never really got a lot of viewers for Diablo. I did in the beta, but not in the full game. And, I didn't really like the game that much, which probably didn't help. 2 cigar boxes! Oh my god, I'm gonna die. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But really what I need to do is get to the point where I regularly make £2,000 a month. If my average doubles up to 2,000, I'd be alright. But like this month, I think I made like, it's weird because all your money's on a delay. I think I made like £800 this month, which isn't good. Like £800 is, not only am I not saving any money, I'm dipping into my savings fairly considerably. And that's bad. That's really bad. Whereas, this next month, my payout should be like 1,200 quid, which is better. Things have been up over the last month. My views and my amount of money I've got from YouTube have gone up. Haven't had any paid sponsorships, which is kind of annoying. I'd like to get back into a few paid sponsorships. That'd be nice. I'm not very good at looking for those. It happens on admin servers in video games. Sorry, I'm still going through chat. I can't believe I got out with 2 cigar boxes and a liquor. Ooh. Game's spoiling me. And DJ Poke said, what did I teach? I taught English and philosophy, and I taught a little bit of creative media, which is like media studies. And I've taught a bunch of stuff because like my English is my main subject. English is what I'm trained for. English was my like full-time thing. But as a teacher, you often get like, oh, your timetable's got an hour gap in it. So, and this teacher's got on maternity cover. Can you cover them? And so I've ended up teaching. I taught hair and beauty for 1 term. Look at me. I taught hair and beauty, which was fun. I've taught drama before, which I hate doing because I'm very shy. And, it's going on a stage that terrifies me. I've taught drama for like a year, just like 11, 12-year-olds, not to the older years. I think that's about all I've taught. But yeah, English mostly. I think Geeky added 3 new wrinkles in your brain. I know, this has been a deep one today. Tom Wallace said, you became a sub when you heard I was first in the world doing Easter eggs. Do you think JD? Oh, Dalek. Yeah, he mentioned me a few times. It's really good. Like, a lot of people follow me because, like, Jack Frags has spoken about me, or they've seen me in Jack Frags videos, or Ink Slash has spoken about me. Like, I'm so thankful whenever another creator, like, says in one of their videos, like, oh, go check out Geeky Pastimes. And that's huge for me. Like, that's absolutely massive. It's so cool. Gavin says, would I ban someone for making a homophobic joke? Yes. Just because they joke about it doesn't mean that that's what they actually believe. Yeah, but joking about it normalizes it. It normalizes thinking negatively about people because they're gay. I'd 100% ban someone for making a homophobic joke. 100%. It's not even about people being sensitive necessarily. It's just like normalizing it is really bad. You hope the next COD's amazing and the smash all Easter eggs first and blow up. Yeah, I hope the next one's good. I'm not massively optimistic. I'm more excited. It sucks because I'm more excited about like Treyarch's one, next year. But I probably won't have the time to make content then if I go back to teaching. Like I'm kind of in my brain thinking I'll probably go back to teaching in January. And, if the right job and stuff comes up. And if I do that, it's like I won't have time to cover it properly or go to any event. I'd still love to go to a Call of Duty event. I've never been to one. I've been to like weirdly a Redfall event, and I've been invited to a couple of other bits and pieces, but not a Call of Duty event. That'd be cool. Oh, I see, Pooper. Each their own is their mantra as long as they don't force it on me. Yeah, I mean, that used to be mine, Mad Jock, but I don't know. Like, I don't think each their own. If someone's like being racist, I don't think each their own. I'm not like, well, that's your belief, that's fine. It's like, no, that person's an idiot. Then shut up. Whole punch a Nazi thing, I'm a big supporter of. You're an older member at 55, so I guess it was where you brought up. Yeah. Maybe start calling myself a DMZ Pro could attract more people. You're right, Stargraze. Stuff like that. I do think about that. But I don't think I am a DMZ Pro. Like, because as soon as you say that you're a DMZ Pro, it's like people will start coming into the streams being like, oh, you're rubbish at DMZ. Look at you. You missed that guy. Like, oh, look, you died. You're not a pro. I'm better than you. And it's like some people can just let that wash over them. I'm too sensitive to stuff like that. I'm too sensitive to people calling me out because I said something that wasn't true. That's why I've taken down a bunch of videos that were doing well when I realized there was a mistake in them. And I've like taken them down and re-uploaded them, which is death for a YouTube video. But it's because I don't like people telling me I'm doing a bad job. I like people telling me I'm a good job. I'm very, very sensitive to what people think. That is not a good thing for a content creator. But I am. Right, I'm sorry, I'm just carrying on reading them before I search for the next one. I'm enjoying chat today, I have to say. Thank you very much. Everyone's chatting today. Very much enjoying you. Pro DMZ coach. I can't teach you anything. You'd rather see less Geeky, but no, he's teaching, than Geeky not teaching, seeing like, oh, thank you very much, people. I mean, when I'm teaching though, that was part of the reason why I left teaching. Was, part of it was I had an opportunity to do this, and I was like, well, I'm going to regret it forever if I don't try it. And part of it was I was getting more and more disenchanted with the stuff I was being asked to teach. So, they took away American literature out of the English literature stuff, so we couldn't teach To Kill a Mockingbird or Mice and Men anymore. We were having to teach, like, a lot of Victorian literature. We were having to teach a lot of kind of, Shakespeare. I was having to teach a lot about like getting kids to identify the difference between different types of verbs, and it's like that isn't interesting or useful. I was getting like more and more disenchanted with the stuff I was asked to teach as an English teacher. I would much rather teach stuff that matters and is relevant to the kids that I'm teaching. It's nice to think that all teachers are like changing the world for the better, but it's, the reality is not quite as easy as that. A lot of the stuff that you end up teaching, like, when kids are like, why are we learning this? It's like, because it's on an exam, and the exams are a waste of time. Good morning, Even Sash. Metallica is not metal. Well, I don't know. Mr. UK Gamer, are you actually saying Metallica is not metal? Because if you are, then I don't know. I don't want to talk to you about music. That's like the hip-hop stuff. Steve Chapman said, that's like the hip-hop stuff for Season 5. So many people listing off their artists instead of the ones chosen. Yeah, music's like such a insane subjective thing. Like, I hate musical genres. I remember one time I was in a bar with a load of people who were like kind of... There was some of my friends, and then there was like their friends, so people I didn't really know. And they were like super into music. And one of them was saying that they were really into like trance EDM. And I was like, oh, I don't know what that is. Like, what? Oh no, like hyper trance or something. I don't know. Some genre that I didn't know what it was. And I was like, oh, what's that? And then they were like, oh, well, it's like music that normally has a BPM of like between 165 and 185. And it uses synthesizers, but only in like these keys. I was like, oh my God, this is a boring way to talk about music. It's like when people start talking about video games and they focus on like the technical side of it. I used to be kind of interested in that, and like the older I get, the more I'm interested in like the art of video games and the intention and the kind of immersion of video games. And the more you kind of look behind the scenes, the more boring it gets. When we started doing Easter eggs for Call of Duty, I used to talk about the engine so much. And I used to talk to developers about the engine quite a lot. And it killed my enjoyment of the game so much. Like right now, I would much rather talk about things that are in-game, that are presented to us that we're just meant to accept in-game, rather than talking about how they work. It's kind of why glitches are so annoying, because it kind of forces you to interact with how the game works rather than what the game's trying to present, if that makes sense. What do I teach? English. Sorry, I probably answered that already after you said that. I get amazing views. You'd stick to just YouTube non-stop at this point. My problem with UK Game, I do get quite good views. I'm quite happy, you know. Getting, like, right now, I've got 75 viewers on a stream where I'm mostly ranting and chatting. It's good. I do get really good views on YouTube. My only issue with just sticking on YouTube is that only really Call of Duty content does well for me on this channel. And I don't always want to play Call of Duty. I don't want to play Call of Duty all day, every day. I don't want to make videos about Call of Duty all day, every day, because sometimes I don't like Call of Duty. I go through phases where I don't really like it. So that's why Twitch has kind of come my variety thing. You know, I was playing F1 Manager last night on Twitch. Today, I'll probably play some Stampede Racing on Twitch. I'll probably play some Remnant 2 on Twitch today, maybe. Or at least over this weekend. I like playing other stuff. I'm super excited about playing Starfield. I won't be able to stream Starfield on here because it won't do well. Even Stash said, quite a refreshing insight into your financial side of things. Everyone thinks all streamers are flossing. Yeah, I mean, like I'm sure some streamers are making a huge amount of money, even Stash, for sure. Like when I look at my views and how much money I make and then compare it to some other people who I know, I'm always like, whoa, they must be on a lot of money. But, you know, you've always got to remember they're the minority. You know, when you see content creators, you only see, in general, you see the successful ones. So you don't see the thousands of people that don't. Like, when you know, you look at me with 70 viewers on Call of Duty, I would say I'm probably in the top 5% of Call of Duty streamers. I reckon there's probably 95% of Call of Duty streamers who have less viewers now. Because, you know, if you look at Twitch and you look at the number of viewers on each channel, there's literally thousands of streamers streaming to like 0 or 1 person. It's insane. It's crazy. Like the vast majority of content creators and streamers don't make any money. And then there's like a small percentage, probably the top 25% or so, that makes some money, but not enough to live on. And then it's like, you know, the top 5% can make a living off it. It's very rare. But obviously you see those because they're the ones with the most viewers. Like they're the most, you know, survivorship bias. You only see the ones that are successful. It's like, you know, when you see an athlete saying like, oh, you know, it's just like passion and dedication. You can achieve anything. And it's like, yeah, you managed it. But you never hear anything from the other 1,000 athletes who had exactly the same amount of passion and dedication and who failed. Like, you don't see them, so you don't like realize it's also, you know, there's also a lot of luck involved. Circumstance. You've booked off next Wednesday and Thursday, by the way, if you need us. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Flynn. Like, bear in mind, Flynn, it'll be 5 o'clock on Wednesday when the updates. I think it's 5 o'clock, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. So yeah, 5 o'clock on Wednesday, I'll be streaming, 100% Flynn. Daniel said, with YouTube, do you get a lot of good information on analytics on what videos perform well or not? Yeah, loads of stuff. Loads. It's just difficult that, like, YouTube gives you a lot of information about when a video does well. It doesn't give you a lot of information about why a video does well. So sometimes you can make a video and it kicks off. And then you do another video that's very similar and it dies. And you think, like, what? There's so many variables. Like, was it the time of day? Was it the time of week? Was it because of, like, you know, with the first one, you were the only person to make that kind of video, whereas now 10 people have made that similar kind of video? Because obviously everyone looks at each other's videos and kind of copies ideas. It could be, you know, just the interest in the game has gone up or down. It could be the length of the video. It could be whatever other, you know, did you release your video at the same time as the Mr. Beast video came out? If so, there's going to be a load more people on YouTube, so it could be good for you. On the other hand, people who only look on YouTube and only want to watch one video will watch that instead of his. So many variables. It's really hard to tell. Really, really hard to tell. But you do get a lot of information. You feel some of the big YouTubers talk about me and Easter egg stuff, but don't really invite me on streams. Seems like such a big part in growing channels. I don't know. People have invited me on streams. I say no quite a lot. I was thinking about, weirdly, I was thinking about that when I was running earlier. When I went for a run earlier, I was thinking to myself, sorry, I just missed a thing. Squizmaster, thank you very much for the £3. Thank you. Yeah, so I was thinking about that earlier, that like I was thinking I'd love to play some DMZ with like Fixate or Stod or Westy. I'd love to. I think I've played with Stod and Westy once, maybe. I've never played with Fixate. I'd love to. I would definitely love to play with them. I saw a tweet from Sinister saying that he'd played with On 1C, and I was like, oh, that'd be awesome to get invited in that kind of community and play with them. I'm really lucky that, you know, I got to play a lot of Warzone with Broken Machine and Lackey and Jaff and Benny Central. And I got to play zombies with Noah and Codename Pizza, and obviously, like, I still play games with Jack Frags and Two Angry Gamers sometimes, and Part Welsh and, you know, Will from Work and stuff like that. Like, that's been awesome. And I would like to do that more, but I was thinking this morning, oh, I could put out a tweet saying any mutuals want to play DMZ, and then I thought, there is an issue that my streams, when I play with other streamers, I tend to get less viewers. I tend to keep less viewers. People tend to stop watching earlier. And I think what it is I'm not very good at playing with someone like that, especially people who are more famous than me, and talking to chat. Because when I'm playing with someone that's famous, or I'm playing with someone big, I constantly am thinking about, you know, oh, I don't want to be annoying them. I want to be living up to them. I want to make sure I'm engaging with them, blah, blah, blah. And then that, like, distracts me from chat. And I don't talk to chat as much. I can't do stuff like this where I just stop playing for, like, 10 minutes so I can talk to chat. I don't do stuff like that. And so I think it makes my content worse sometimes. And it's like, you know, with Flynn, it works out quite well. You know, when I'm playing with Flynn or Scotto or Cobb or whatever, or people like that, because they kind of know, because they're viewers, they know that, like, sometimes I'm going to be talking to chat, and they're fine with it. You know, they don't care. They know that I'm going to sometimes be doing stuff in a bit of a weird way for the sake of chat, and they know sometimes I'll be talking to chat, and they don't care. So it's like, it is difficult that sometimes I would kind of prefer, like this morning, I decided I wasn't going to put out a tweet asking if anyone wanted to play, because I was like, actually, I think I'd prefer to play solo and just talk to chat. I was quite looking forward to talking to you all today. Yeah, so it's a difficult balance, but it does obviously get me some extra exposure. You know, if I got to play with Fixate, suddenly that's an extra few thousand people that might have never heard of me that now know who I am and hear me and might enjoy me. And then when Fixate's not on, because I stream a bit earlier than him, maybe they'll come watch me for a bit. That's huge. You know, that's obviously happened a bit with a lot of you came from Broken or Lackey or Jaff or Benny. And that's cool. You know, that's really good. But yeah, it is a tricky one. I have sent Westy and Stod so many messages asking if I could play with them, and they haven't replied. On Twitter, it doesn't even say they're read. At this point, I would just be pestering them to ask them anymore. But if any of you watch Westy and Stod and you're like, hey, Geeky would love to play with you sometime, they know how to contact me if they wanted to. I just don't want to bother them too much. It's difficult with some people like that, because Westy and Stod and that, I don't really know them. Like, you know, I only know them through Jack Frags. Whereas Jack, like, I feel like I've played with him enough times and I've met him in real life. You know, I speak to him on Twitter fairly regularly. I feel like with Jack, I could ask and, you know, it'd be fine. Whereas, like, people like, you know, Fixate, I don't know Fixate. I don't really know Westy or Stod. I think, like, Lackey and Broken and Jaff, it's just a bit more like they moved into slightly more, like, serious playing Warzone. And, you know, with ranked and stuff like that. And they're much better than me. So it's like, I'm very aware that I'm always holding them back if I play with them. You know, especially Jaff and Lackey have been, like, preparing for World Series of Warzone for, like, months now. So I haven't really played with them. And I haven't really played Warzone. I haven't really played Battle Royale much. Unless it's been with, like, Emil. Geeky needs a sugar mama. My wife earns a lot more money than I do. That's why we go on holiday so much. To be fair, she didn't earn a lot more than me when I married her. That's not why I married her, but she does now, and that's awesome, and it means that we get to go on all these amazing holidays. That's why I'm going to Dolly Parton's theme park in a couple of weeks, which I'm very excited about. Mad Jock's really looking for Starfield. I hope you're following me on GP Starfield. I hope. You know they all speak fondly of me. Yeah, I mean, generally, I don't think there's any ill feelings. The only people who I think, like, have ill feelings towards me, I can name the creators who I think don't like me. DK Dynamite, for sure. Like, not a fan of each other. Well, I haven't heard anything about him for ages. And Charlie Intel, like Keshav from Charlie Intel. I don't think we see eye to eye on anything. Or many things. But they're the only two who I think have any problem with. Me and, like, Doug from Modern Warzone used to, like, bicker about stuff, but I think now we're on good terms. I actually spoke to him fairly recently and was like, hey, we're cool, aren't we? And he was like, yeah, it's fine. Everything's good. Combine streaming with providing private tuition. Not a massive fan of private tuition. Not a big fan of it. That's more of an educational philosophy type thing. I think there's when you're doing private tuition, there's obviously very much a focus on exams, which is like the worst part of teaching. Because I think the exam system right now in the UK is terrible. And so private tuition would just be the exam side of it, and I don't want to do that. I like the school life side of stuff. You know, I like being able to have conversations with young people and other teachers. I like being able to, you know, have things like when you have form time, you know, we do the register and stuff, in the UK at least. That's like separate to lessons, and you can talk to kids about stuff, and that's good. I like that. You found me from searching for DMZ help. Oh, awesome. I am going to play again in a second. Stod has #1 DMZ player in his stream title, and chat never calls him out on that. Yeah, but Stod's really good, isn't he? Isn't Stod really good? Maybe, okay, maybe I'll try. Maybe tomorrow. Should I change it now? I'll change the thing. What do you think I should say? DMZ Pro Live. I'm going to put DMZ Pro. I've changed it to DMZ Pro. Let's see how long it takes. Chat, all of you, wait. It's now 20 past 11. We'll see how long it takes until someone calls me out for having DMZ Pro in my thing. And none of you count. You can't do it. But someone will call me out because I'll do something stupid in the game. Thanks, Stephen Chapman, for becoming a member again. Oh my god. I'm catching up now, I think. I hated the trees. God, yeah, I hate the trees in Warzone 1. You're the streamer with 0 to 1 viewer. You are by far in the majority, Hyper Ghosty. So many people do it. I mean, to be fair, I was a streamer with 0 to 1 viewers, like, in 2020. It wasn't that long ago that I didn't have any viewers. You always wonder what the longevity of streaming in general is, though. Could be streaming to 2,500 viewers now, but 5 years down the line could be 250. Oh, yeah, 100%. I've seen so many streamers that I used to watch who used to be, like, you know, Twitch partners and have, like, loads of massive sponsorships, going to all the events, having thousands of viewers. And now, you know, they rarely release videos, and when they do, they get 1,000 views. And when they're streaming, they have, like, 10 people watching. Loads of people are like that. You'd love to see me playing some more rounds of Stod and Westy. I would absolutely love to. Absolutely love to play with Stod and Westy. If any of you ever speak to Stod and Westy, please let them know. I would love to play with them. Yeah, I get that. Shorty Studio. Loads of people are like that. They'll watch me and then I'll switch over to Fixate and that. That's absolutely fine. I get that. I'm no problem. I'd love to play with Fixate as well. If Fixate ever wants someone to play with, if anyone ever sees Fixate being like, oh, I need someone else to play with, tell him about me. I don't know On1C. I've never watched On1C at all. I will try and find him on Twitter and try and ask him. My GP Starfield channel is not in my channel section. That's a good point. I will change that. What's the mission today? Just the Sheikah stuff. I caught up with chat. Oh my god, I recorded all that again. These videos are too long. Oh, I'm going to delete them anyway because nothing interesting happened in that game. Right, we're getting stuff. Why not? I'll look at what we need. I caught up with chat. 1 bottle of Ashika liquor. And 4 vintage wine. 4 cigar boxes for that one. Those are the 2 that I care about. This page is the page that I care about. I need to get those AQ laptops as well, but I don't want to go into Koshai Complex by myself. I'm scared. Maybe, if Flint's still about, maybe on Wednesday before the update, we'll do some games where we go into Koshai Complex and get laptops and stuff. Maybe we'll do that Wednesday morning if you have the whole day off work. Loads. I need 30 more cigar boxes. I'm up to 5. That's 5 more. Like, I only had 1 at the beginning of the week. 1 more plate box. Not much more ammo. 7 more Halo Commanders. 1 more bomb maker. Pretty good. Okay, I'm making some progress. I feel like I'm getting stuff done. Oh, and I think I got an extra note. I've now got 2 notes. I only had 1 before. Alright, let's go. Feeling good. Feeling happy. Having a really nice day today. Thank you, everyone in chat. I'm having a lovely stream today. Best cat in the DMZ lobby. You're a rusty female gamer with a bit of a potty mouth. I mean, the female thing doesn't matter, but the potty mouth does. It's so annoying. It's so annoying when you're streaming on YouTube because like my videos get bloody demonetized all the time at the moment, and every time I have to ask them to review it, and then they review it. It takes like a week, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, it's fine." It's like, I know. Stop demonetizing them. But anyway, yeah, if you play with someone and then they start swearing a lot, it's super annoying. It's just like an unnecessary like obstacle to being able to make money. Just don't swear too much. I did tell someone to fuck off earlier, so you know. I am guilty of that too. I just try not to do it on other people's streams. If I do it on my stream, it doesn't matter that much. How about sending us to Westy or Stod after a stream? I do that nearly every day, Very Viking Crow. Nearly every day I raid Westy. Nearly every day. Hardly anybody says hi in chat to them. No, hardly anyone says Geek Stream. And normally it's in the middle of one of their games. So then YouTube doesn't give you a notification about a raid. But when I raid them, Fixate did the other day. Fixate noticed. But it's really hard to notice raids on YouTube. There's like it doesn't trigger alerts. It's really annoying. But yeah, I do raid Westy or Stod nearly every day. They do raid me sometimes. I've had raids from them and Broken and Lackey and that like quite a lot. It's just that I stream. I finished streaming before nearly all of them. I've been really lucky with raids. I can never ever ever complain about that. I get so many awesome raids from awesome people. Like, you know, obviously I had Ninja bloody raid me on his first ever Twitch stream back. That was pretty good. I've been very lucky. I think it helps that a lot of content creators generally like me. I don't tend to cause unnecessary drama. I imagine some people will be watching this chuckling and being like, oh, yes you do. I genuinely don't think I do. I think because I'm a bit older, I'm quite reasonable. Westy's notoriously bad for reading chat. It's just really hard to notice raids. But yeah, when I do raid Westy or Stod later, if one of you, well, not one of you, if all of you who go over there could be like, hey, Geeky sent us, that helps a bunch. Helps me a bunch. His mods and stuff notice. His mods are really good at noticing and saying thank you. They always say thank you. It's also like, it doesn't move the needle for them in terms of viewers. You know, if I send 50 people over... If I send 50 people over, that doesn't make a big difference to... Why have I run out of guns? I don't get what happened there. My gun apparently ran out of bullets. That was super weird. Bang! Oh no, I'd rather you just use the super chat for me, Very Viking. Yeah, Texas. With like 31,000 people, I think it was. It was his first stream back on Twitch. That was a really bad death. I was so distracted. I thought, right, so what happened there? Two things. First, I thought I was on the edge of the water. You take both my guns. I thought I was on the edge of the water, and my gun just stopped firing for some reason. I don't know why. Well, they took everything off me. I don't care too much. Being alive is better than being dead. Words to live by Geeky Pastimes. I like being alive. Another cigar box! What's happening in this game? Okay. This is gonna be...
Search contract here. Moving. Got a contract here. Moving here.
Contracts awarding cash.
One's cracked.
Additional team members have been requested.
So noisy. They backed off. How did that not kill anyone? That's crazy.
Friendly UAV online.
How did they get all the way over there? What are we doing? We're so far away.
Copy. I see the UAV tower. Moving.
Oh, an armor box. Sick!
Ammo depot here.
Still need some vintage wine and stuff. They got past us somehow. This team I'm with, I don't think seem very good. But yeah, sorry, when I was shooting that guy, I forgot to finish my thought. When I was shooting that guy, it was like... I thought I would be able to shoot him, and I thought I'd be able to back up and just get in the water. And I was way further away from the water than I thought I was. Way further away, so that ruined that. So I just died. I just like couldn't shoot him anymore. It was just me not being focused enough.
Ultra One, enemy threat is moderate near your location. Additional team members, sit tight.
Hey, Carter!
Just because. Thanks for building.
Thank you
awesome
to everyone
community.
who's been super chatting stuff today.
Super chatted £3.85. Just because. Thanks for building this awesome community.
Oh, what? I thought he was on our team! Oh my god. 2 are down and there's 1 up. Thought it was one of you. I thought that was my teammate. What was my bloody teammate? He was at the top of the lift shaft. He's probably gone back down to the bottom of the lift shaft.
Right is right.
Yeah, I should get a secure bag for all this stuff, really. He's peeking around the corner, around the corner. Stunned him. He's just out there.
Reinforcements incoming.
What is this gun? Those bullets don't go where the bloody marker is. Oh, I've still got my cigar box anyway. Hey, someone died up there. They didn't have time to loot me. That's good.
Ultra One, be advised, an operator in your area needs medical.
Oh, I don't need that.
Ultra One, an
Oh,
operator
gold
is near
tags.
your location and
Ooh,
requesting
what's
medical.
Mjolnir? What's this? What's this?
Self-revive kit here. Self-revive kit.
I don't even know what this gun is. It's cool.
Pouch here.
I need armor. Well, GG to those guys for getting me back up. That was cool. Haven't I got a key for this? I think. Pick up a key for this here.
Operator secured a weapon. Locations are marked on your tac map.
Moving here. Moving.
Doo-doo-doo. Nothing good. Nothing good. Nothing good. Nothing good. Still. Oh, and there are people who need this stuff.
Nearby operators are looking for additional teammates.
I do not want to join their squad.
Deployed. Targets are up.
Heads up. This sector's on extract point marked.
It's the underground, I assume.
Ultra One, enemy threat is moderate in the AO.
What's better, a specialty 2-plate or a basic 3-plate?
Is down. You are taking
Don't know, really.
effective fire.
Depends on the 3-plate and the 2-plate, probably. I'm gonna go around this way.
In the area.
Our mortar strike is inbound.
Moving here.
Whatever this gun is, it's cool. Works.
Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire.
Got movement. Got movement.
Don't know where he went.
Marking extraction zone.
Yeah, we probably should get out.
Moving.
I feel like I helped. Yeah, like, yeah, I agree that the, I agree that the stealth vest, I think, can be better than a free plate. Generally, I'd probably go for a free plate. Like, 9 times out of 10.
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
Oh.
UAV is established orbit.
That guy's dead. Are there more there? Oh. I mean, that couldn't have been timed any better. I'm almost glad that I missed the first one.
Enemy operators are tracking your location. Ultra One, enemy threat is moderate near your location.
Free plate comes with.
Enemy operators are near your position. Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming. Ultra One, activity has increased in the area. Keep your eyes open.
Why does it say the squad's full? We're definitely not full. I quite like an SMG or something, but it seems like everyone's...
Reinforcements incoming.
He's got a big sniper rifle. I don't mind the sniper rifle. I think there's players nearby.
Ultra One, we're seeing enemy operators near your location. Ultra One, extraction is inbound at this time. Ultra One, this is Dino 4. We're moving to the LZ for extraction now.
I'm gonna lose all my stuff, aren't I? I feel like I'm gonna lose all my stuff. Oh, blue just killed someone.
Ultra One, an operator is requesting medical near your location.
Yeah, get them up, because we don't have enough people.
Ultra One, actual. UAV is returning to base.
Well, hopefully if they stay all the way over there, we'll be alright.
Actual to Ultra One, UAV is in orbit.
It says we've got 5, but then we've actually only got...
To Ultra One, winds are picking up in the area.
It's gonna be too many people. Oh, this is gonna suck.
By enemy operators, stay frosty.
Well, what have I got? I've got 1 cigar box. It's not the end of the world. 1 cigar box, that doesn't matter too much. We'd love to see Activision make it so operators' bodies don't vanish after players leave the lobbies. Stop body camping. Yeah, that'd be cool, Pooper. That would be good. Yeah, I agree with the whole leave squad thing. That if you do it, I would do it all the time. If someone killed me, took my gun, and then I plead and they assimilated, I would just wait until they were busy, and then I would leave squad and kill them. 100%. I wouldn't even feel that bad about it, because I'd be like, well, they stole my gun. Like, yeah, they can't let you... Like, I mean, we already do it, don't we? Like, I already do the thing where I go and... like, I plea and then go back to Flynn, and then Flynn invites me back in, I turn around and kill them. Did that count as a cigar box? Don't need a Shadow Company laptop. Bloody hell. Should be done with the armor boxes though. That should be done. Pretty sure. Kind of like drill charges because it lets you kill people that you wouldn't normally be able to kill. What's this? Dawn's Light. Oh, that's the special gun that has that's the special gun from is it the one from the boys person Starlight? Quite like having a sniper rifle, that's quite fun. Although I'm sure I'll switch to it instead of a SMG and then get really annoyed. Right, upgrades. So still in laptops. Yeah, I don't think that counted. I'm still on 5 cigar boxes. God damn it. Yep, still need another arm plate box. Good thing I put it in that slot. Oh, that's annoying. And that's so annoying. Happens all the time. Yeah, Hen looks fun. You liking the new face cam layout? Thank you very much. I think only one person has said they didn't like it. It's pretty good. I just wanted to take up like less of the thing, and also, you know, it makes it look a bit different, like slightly more high effort. Oh, Dawn's Light is the one that makes the eagles fly out the head. That's it. I've had it before, haven't I? Yeah, if you get a headshot, an eagle comes out. What's everyone's favorite gun in the game? I really like the Tempest Razorback at the moment. I think it's cool. I mean, the broadside is hard. I don't really like the broadside being in the game, but while it is in the game, I bloody like using it. It's a lot of fun. I have done Zells. They're all super boring. The rewards in DMZ are awful. I don't think anyone should play DMZ for the rewards. They're so bad. And you know why they're bad? Because they want to sell the good stuff in the store, don't they? It's like obvious they don't want to give anything too good away for free, because if someone has like an amazing skin they got for free, then they're less likely to pay for one in the store. Which is why microtransactions should end and we should go to a subscription.
Welcome to the DMZ. Exploring, looting, and securing intel will open access to missions and targets. Expect resistance from local forces and watch for other operators.
Got excited about something and then I got less excited. Did anyone see my tweet earlier about Mexico? Oh, haven't I got a key for this? No. Where's the rusted fridge? F somewhere. F. Where's the rusted fridge? I don't even know. What was I going to say? Yeah, did anyone see my tweet earlier about Mexico? I'm so confused as to why in the blog and the trailer for the new season of Call of Duty, they say that with Graves, they're like, I thought you died in South America. It's like, what? He was in a tank that you all said he died in bloody, in Mexico. Mexico's not in South America. Very strange. I like Attack 56, that's good. I mean, it's more than a simple geography error, isn't it? Thinking that Mexico's in South America. That's like quite a big geography error, isn't it? That seems weird to me. Surely developers in the USA don't think that Mexico's in South America. Maybe I care about geography more than a lot of people. I feel like that seems super stupid to me. Oh well. I can't believe the people working on Call of Duty who just made a game where like a third of it was set in Mexico don't know where Mexico is on a map. Like, that can't be right, surely. Let's go around to residential, I think. I suppose it is part of the problem of Americans. I know I do. I say America when I mean the United States of America. But I'm confident. Surely most Americans could if you gave them a map and you said, oh, hello. If you gave them a map and you said, can you point to Mexico? They'd be able to point to it. Like it borders the USA.
Enemy counter UAV is active.
I mean, if you're talking about mainland North America, there's only 3 countries in it, isn't there? It's only when you include the Caribbean that things get more confusing. So, like the Caribbean. If it was somewhere in the Caribbean, I could imagine someone being like, isn't that really South America? I like that. I would be like, okay, fair enough. I can see where they're coming from. But Mexico blows my mind. Wasn't the main location of the game fictional? No, I'm pretty sure they said it was Mexico. Because they talked about the Mexican army, they talked about the Mexican special forces, and they used the real name of the Mexican special forces. The base that Graves died in is a base of, like, they said it belonged to the Mexican special forces that are the real Mexican special forces. I only know this because I looked it up yesterday. I mean, and in England too. There's I used to teach on the outskirts of London in a place called Walthamstow, which is just like North London, slightly northeast London. And from one of the classrooms I taught in, you could actually see central London. Like you could see the Shard. And I taught lots of kids that had never been into central London. Like, they literally lived on the outskirts of the city and had never been in. You know, like, poor families didn't see the point in paying a bunch of money on the tube to go in. Why do I keep losing the ability to shoot you people? Ah, there's another one! What the hell? Why is there 2 of you now? No. Oh, God. Jesus Christ, this turns into much more of an ordeal than it was. That's a sniper rifle! Bloody hell, see, I told you I'd regret it. I told you I'd regret.
Ultra One, activity is increasing near your location. Stay alert.
I'd regret having that instead. And I did. Oh. No. Oh. God, I hate this menu sometimes. There we go. Right, we're all good. No, what? What the hell? Where the hell was he? What? Where are you coming from? What is going on? I'm just looking for cigar boxes. And a Sheikah liquor. And plates right now because I don't want to use this plate box because I need to. Oh, there we go. Here goes. Well, I got space. There's a. Oh, they are quite close. Alright, I'm gonna get out, because... Piss off. Right. Shield guys are harder than nearly all the bosses. Not the Pyro, because Pyro is a shield guy. And the Rhino. Doesn't he have a shield as well? Yeah. Shield guys. Shield guys are sometimes really easy. Sometimes I just get into a zone where I'm like able to aim at their hand really easily and just kill them. I know I was playing the other day and I realized that I'd killed like 5 shield guys without throwing a grenade. So just like blip, 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 and just like I had some gun that when I shot them in the hand, they just died, which was awesome. But recently, I've been missing a lot more, for whatever reason. I don't really know what I'm doing differently, other than just missing. This is why I shouldn't call myself a pro DMZ player.
This is Dino 4. We're approaching the LZ now. Keep it secure for us.
You haven't killed the rhino yet. I feel like these helicopters should have a chopper gunner or something. I'm leaving these bots there so then they can maybe fight the players. Two cigar boxes and a plate box. That's pretty good. Rhino and sniper solo is hard. Oh, I can imagine. You can kill the rhino super fast with the broadside. You can just like run up to him and be like, bah, 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 and he's dead. You know, delete him, which is fun. But yeah. Well, the sniper I feel like could be a lot harder. I know people say don't use the bomb drone, but even then that could be a pain. Yeah, the broadside's only good for the rhino though, not really good for the sniper. The bomb drone solo would suck though, because there's like nearly constantly AI coming in, and if you're in the bomb drone, you're gonna get killed. I think for the rhino pistol, I think I used the Kimbo X13. Ran behind him, was like, brrrap, but I had Flint there as well doing the same thing. Made life a lot easier. Like, brrrap. Right, we did an upgrade. We got the armor box upgrade done. Just 2 more cigar boxes needed for that, which I really want to get done. 2 more. 1 more bottle of Geeky liquor, 4 vintage wines. Where's a good place to get vintage wines? Al Masra, I guess. Not if you deploy the drone by the door into the arena, then they don't spawn. Oh, I didn't know that. You can blow him up before the AI come in. Ooh. Oh, see, I've got this stupid thing where I've got to do this again. How have I not done 6,500 rounds of, I just realized I put my change scene button next to the button that shuts down my entire computer. I need to put that button in a folder. Right, I'm gonna just quickly restart the game so I can get the new challenges. Burger places in Al Masra for vintage wine. What kind of fancy burger places do they have in Al Masra? Oh no. God, I'm glad that nothing important happened. All of my video, the OBS has been so bad lately, it's just not working properly. And all of the video I recorded today, the display capture hadn't picked up the monitor. So was recording a blank screen. God, I'm glad nothing important happened. Imagine if I'd had like the best game of my life and I looked and there was no recording. That'd be so gutting. It sucks. Thankfully, none of these games have been... I mean, they've been good for me in terms of getting stuff. What's going on in 9 minutes? What's IG Fest UK? Oh, Insomnia. 8th to the 10th of September. Where is it? Where's Insomnia? Anyone ever been to Insomnia? Birmingham. It's like the week after Starfield comes out. I don't know. Right. Oh, I need to change this. Copy that. Delete it. Make a new folder. There we go. I just made it so I have to press that button twice before I can shut down rather than once, because otherwise I'm going to 100% accidentally shut my PC down. And I don't think I wrote a little thing so I can press a button on Stream Deck and it like shuts off all the lights and everything and then shuts the PC down. And it shuts down a few programs that sometimes stop my PC from shutting down. So it like makes sure my PC shuts down, which works really well. But I just realized I put it next to a button I press all the time, and if I accidentally press it, that would be so embarrassing. Right. Back in the room. Wait, what are the other missions then? $10 UAVs or advanced UAVs, 12 anti-armor round boxes, and 20 encrypted hard drives. Right, so this is a good test. Like, the other day, I was finding 1 million encrypted hard drives. What's the bet I can't find any now? What's the bet? Finding encrypted hard drives is suddenly going to be unusually difficult. I mean, Jack, that's kind of interesting. But also, pretty much everything we've done in DMZ has been bad. The missions in DMZ are like, hey, go, like, bomb the US embassy. Go, like, murder a load of people and then frame someone else. Go kill this guy. Like, everything we've done is bad guy stuff in DMZ. Except for, you know, hey, can you pick up a GPS thing and drive around the city for no reason? I'm not going into bloody Building 21 to get them, Zellstorm. It doesn't drop 5 encrypted hard drives. Surely! I mean, I know in Building 21 you just find them on tables anyway. Thank you very much, Carter Maynard. Yeah, that's my favourite Mitchell and Webb sketch. Are we the baddies? We've got skulls on our hats. I remember someone said that to me about the Zells. Someone said that about the Bullfrog in Vondel when I was looking for encrypted hard drives before. They were like, oh yeah, the Bullfrog. You blow up the Bullfrog and you get like 5 encrypted hard drives, and then we blew them up twice and didn't get any. I didn't get a single one. Like, what? I might die here. Don't know why. Just being in a mood where I might die. No, I'm going to go to a... Yeah, I'm going to go... I kind of want to join this team. There's always a team here. I'm going to try and join them. I might die. I've got no idea how many it drops.
Ultra One, enemy threat appears low in your area. Ultra One, heads up. There's a squad of operators near your position. Contract on your head. Ultra One, be advised, enemy operators are near your position. Ultra One, be advised. Your area needs medical. Ultra One, activity has increased in the area. Keep your
Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. Is he just trying to loot his friend? Oh, I killed those two. They're definitely not good guys, Flint. Did you play them on Warfare 2 campaign? Price and Soap and that lot are definitely bad people. They basically invaded Mexico. And killed a load of people in Spain for no reason. I feel like I've got two teammates who aren't very good. I've just rezzed these people who I very easily killed as a solo. Ooh, a vase. I don't think I actually need any more vases, but you know. When in Rome, steal vases. Pretty sure that's how that saying goes. When your teammate loots you. If I kill someone, I'll loot them before I res them. The only time I'd loot a teammate before I res them is if they are someone who previously stole one of my guns. I swear a bird just fell off my roof. I saw it like go fly past, like vertically past my window. Oh, another one. Hello. Yeah. Hi, Ryan. You know, if any of you are old enough to remember, back in the days of early Call of Duty games, they used to do a thing where there was like a quote when you died, like a pithy quote about war. You know, about how terrible it was and what a senseless waste it was and stuff. They should put Flynn's quote in just there. It's like, I assume these people are working with the good guys. Well, not the good guys, but the West. I feel like that sums up a lot of like the media's attention on Western governments, militaries for the last like 20 years. Not the good guys, but the West.
Ultra One, we're seeing enemy operators near your location. Additional team members, sit tight. Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire. Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire.
Requesting fire mission. Target marked.
Mortar strike inbound now.
Oh my god. How are you both down?
Impact. Go in this sector.
Letting you go out like that.
These two. How are you both down?
Can't take much more.
Ultra One, be advised. A squad. Ultra One, squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire.
Seriously?
You're not gonna die. I got you. Be advised, killing operators will mark you as a bounty target. Ultra One, we're seeing enemy operators near your location. Magda, watch your fire.
Don't know what any of these guns are. What's dead center? I don't want a sniper rifle.
Operator is near your location and requesting medical.
I'll take a special PDSW. Do.
Of our demise, we're exaggerated.
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
Are there more?
Ultra One, we're seeing increased activity in the area. Stay sharp.
Hey. Well, there we go.
Ultra One, the enemy attack helo is moving in your direction. Ultra One, be advised, enemy operators are near your position.
Looks like.
Ammo here.
Enemy attack helo is down. Scavenge the crash site for any supplies.
Take it.
Hostile advanced UAV deployed.
One happy family. I think I did pretty well there, didn't I? I think that was pretty good going. Nothing I wanted. That guy's a jerk. That trappy guy. Don't like him. Not a fan. What have I got? I've got a vase. I don't really have anything useful, do I?
Expect contact.
I want to go over to residential. Oh, you're not dead. Wait, you're still not dead. Still not dead. I'm sorry.
One, we lost control of the SAM site. Close air is unavailable in your grid.
How did he just shoot straight through me?
Ultra One, actual.
What are the objectives today? Cigar boxes, a Sheikah liquor. I'd ideally like to get out of 6 people after coming in solo, but these people seem kind of hell-bent on making that impossible.
Ultra One, there's a platoon of operators in your vicinity. Stay alert. Ultra One, SAM site secure. Airspace locked down.
Those two. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of them. I don't really want to go fight a platoon by myself. I think that would be suicide. So I'm going to go over here.
Ultra One, enemy threat is moderate near your position.
Hang out with these guys. I think those two were the two that I rezzed originally, weren't they? And then they were hitting me over and over again because I was opening a box.
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Alright, let's go see what we can do.
Ultra One, you have a platoon of operators in your area. Keep your eyes open. Ultra One, positive impact aircraft. Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective squad mate is down. You are be advised, targeting operators with a bounty on your head. Ultra One, you have a squad member bleeding out. They need a revive.
Can I just say that was maybe
Ultra One, a platoon of operators is in your area. Keep your head on a swivel.
yeah, encrypted hard drive. That was maybe the best cluster mine ever.
Copy that. UAV online and orbiting the AO.
Anything I want? No. No.
Quick Brian, you'll live.
Wow, that was pretty good. Run? Why run? There's only one of them left alive.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTV at this time.
I kind of want to get out, to be honest. There's two of them there. I kind of want to get out.
Got their helo.
Ultra One, be advised.
What have I got?
A platoon of operators is in your area. Stay frosty.
Still says a platoon.
Ultra One, actual. We've got a lot.
God, I hate these rocks.
One, positive impact, aircraft destroyed. Cargo is marked on Ultra One. Be advised, an enemy commander is building inside contact.
Woo! There's the other two.
How are you? Orbiting the area. Ultra One, a squad mate is down. Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire.
Oh my god, these rocks.
Ultra One, activity is increasing. Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire. Ultra One, be advised. Killing operators will put a contract on your head. Engage at your discretion. Friendly airstrike in the AO. Ultra One, the bomb maker is down. Good work. Search the area for a secure container and get it to extraction.
Fire. Don't let them cheat. Target down.
Vintage wine! I'm getting out. Oh, that was close. Pretty sure that's all of them. Oh, I've got to get all these people. Bloody hell. I like, for once, Flynn was telling me to run, and for once I was the one who was like, nah, I can do this. And I killed them.
Not letting you go out like that.
Ultra One, we lost control of the SAM site. Close air is unavailable in your grid.
I mean, the COD timing was for him in that case.
Squad of operators is near your location.
Don't like that.
Ultra One, a
Quick
squad
fire,
member
you'll
is
live.
down and requesting a revive.
If these two idiots get me killed, I'm going to be so angry.
Taking fire. I need you back in the
Battery
fight.
depleted
Watch
for
out.
century.
Incoming. Quick.
Ow, 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 ow.
I need you back in the fight.
Ultra One, be advised, winds are picking up. Move
I'm never going to wrangle all of these guys onto a bloody helicopter. I'm just going. God, I thought I was a person then. I'm so used to seeing people on fire because of my shotgun. I've done my good deeds. I'm not saving them anymore. If they want to die again, fine. I am getting out.
hostile reinforcements incoming.
Thanks for subscribing.
Covered in the AO.
Puck of Twinks. I feel like I have to say that carefully, but I don't know why. You want to see how many revives I have at the end of the round? I feel like I've been carrying both these teams to victory, you know?
Ultra One, Dino Force inbound for extraction. We're 2 clicks.
Ultra One, weapons case secure. Be advised, enemy operators are tracking your location. Ultra
Nope,
One,
what?
you've got hostiles incoming. Ultra One, we're seeing increased activity in the area. Stay sharp.
What's that Sea-Hawky?
Ultra One, we have visual on the LZ. Keep it clear.
Where is City Hall in this? I don't even know. Oh, that's the big building, isn't it? As soon as I can put it instead of myself by. Well, I'm getting on this. Oh, it's pissing.
Dino Force, hold extraction point. Advise you get your blast.
I'm guessing they're all talking in Discord. There's no more players on the map.
Your squad is
I just want my stuff because I've got like an encrypted hard drive and some vintage wine. I don't think I need the vase anymore, but you know, just in case. Oh. No, really, I didn't know that, Raymond. Oh. I feel like I did pretty well in that game. You know, that went well. I killed a bunch of people. And I think, no, not everyone. A lot of the people I killed, I got back up again. I don't think I could do everyone. I think that platoon at the end, I couldn't revive them. But I got a lot of people. Also didn't get the bounty thing on me again. I don't know how many people I killed in that. Maybe like 4? I'm going to watch these people because I think... Did I get 4 kills? Maybe more. Seven kills, and I still didn't get that bounty thing on me. Can't believe I got 7 kills. You just did Final Countdown Exfil Party and leave a track. Yeah. What's Final Countdown? What do you have to do for that? It's the missions are so bugged. It's really annoying. Yeah, 7 kills. I'm happy with that. Sometimes I come across people in like YouTube comments and stuff who are like, "Oh, like I get 10 kills every game in DMZ." It's like I just don't think that's true. I can imagine someone like, you know, having a really good game and getting 10 kills. But like that's a lot of players. Like that's a lot of players considering there's not that many other people in a game and you've got teammates and there's other teams and some people can exfil. It's not like Battle Royale where everyone gets killed. It's like a lot of people will just exfil straight away. I don't know what the most kills I've ever had. I know I had a game the other day where I got 8 kills because I saved a video of that. But I don't know what's the most of it. Solo infill, extract 3 enemy operator weapons on fire as well. Oh, we've done that, but it did when we did it. It didn't work twice. The first time we just left early. We didn't read the final extra bit, and then the second time we did it properly, but it bugged. I think between us we had 5 enemy weapons and it didn't work. And then the last time we did it, we both had 3 enemy weapons, so we had 6 enemy weapons, and we got out. That one worked. That one worked for us. Thank you so much to everyone who super chat and become members today. I really, really appreciate the support. It is much appreciated. Made £18 this morning. £18. I could go get lunch. Actually, my wife's going to be home for lunch. That's exciting. I'm convinced her that we should go get lunch. She'll probably just go to like Asda or something and then get ingredients for lunch, to be honest. Why is Call of Duty suddenly tweeted a bunch of stuff? Oh, they're celebrating Intern Day. They took everyone to SeaWorld. I'm so glad that didn't bug for us, Daniel, because that's a long mission. That's super annoying. I suppose at least if the drill's not there, you don't then have to go fight the bosses and stuff. How are these people still in the game? Have they still not extracted? That's crazy. DK, thank you very much for the 5 super chat.
Happy Friday.
Thank you very much. I quite like these new super chat graphics. I like my new alerts for that. I'm happy. They're actually really old alerts. I just changed them. I changed the way they look. Hype, yeah, I very much. That's another thing I love. When people in chat hype up people who give me money, that's awesome, because obviously it might encourage more people to give me money, that's a bit of a community thing, keeps the vibes positive. I like all that stuff. So appreciate everyone who, when someone super chats, when someone becomes a new member, all the hype stuff. It's very nice. And that's a thing that when I started off as a content creator, I never really used to encourage. I was never really a big one for like the emojis and stuff. But like, I think it's important. I think it's quite cool. Just having a little bit of celebration makes everyone happier, doesn't it? Makes everyone a bit more like... I mean, it's just Carter at the moment, but I like it. This guy's gonna get killed by bots. It's painful. Thank you, DK, for the super chat and for the hype. When I think of casual player, this guy checks all the boxes. When I think of casual players, I think of people who just have fun with the game and don't moan about it all the time. And I'm jealous of them. Normal people. When I look at this player, I think it's more likely someone who is one of those people who, like, you know, oh, look at him, yeah. I think he's one of those people who, like, follows all of the Call of Duty Twitter accounts, watches loads of videos. Look at him, like, diving, spinning around stuff, and it makes him, he thinks that he can play like all of the streamers he watches, and he's overly ambitious. And he probably, I bet this guy, FTI599, I bet he makes fun of casual players. And then he just got killed by bots because he overextended. He was too confident. Overly confident, I would say. Casual players are the best people in Call of Duty. People like this, these are the people that are ruining Call of Duty. You're a one-man hype train. I like it. You're the engine in a train of cabooses. I love that emoji. I need to think of other emojis though. I think a lot of people don't become members because they don't think the emojis are worth it. Can people let me know? I don't think I can add more emojis, but can people let me know which emojis do you think we should get rid of? Like, I think I can get rid of the heart because I think there just is a heart emoji anyway. Which emojis should we get rid of and what should we add? If you got ideas to add, I'll literally do it today. After the stream, I'll work on it. He also has a lifted pickup truck with a nutsack hanging off the back. That's not a thing in the UK. People don't often even have pickup trucks in the UK. That's weird. What's the limit for the emojis? What do you mean? For the number of emojis, I think I've got the limit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 13. I've got 13. I don't know how many I'm allowed. I assume I just have the most. Memberships. Where can I change my emote?
Dino 4 is holding in the extraction point. Advise you get here fast. Got some good loot here.
There we go, emojis. I can add one more. I can get 14. If we get 22 more members, I can go up to 15. There we go. But I can have 14 emojis, so I can add one more. You'd love Pickle Rick. Nah, too many problems with the whole Rick and Morty guy. In the creep. These people are still not going. They really want that safe. You don't know what the second one is? The second one's Wegs. They're just Weggies. They're wet eggs. Right now, I'll find you the link. I actually have a thing set up in my Twitch. I've got a bot command that I have a bot command. That gives me a link to the tweet. There we go. I just had to go grab it from Twitch. What is that emoji meant to be, Robert? There you go. That's what the Weggies are. The E one is more so people can spell Wegs in a funny way. But yeah, the E could go. I like the hype one. I like the hype one. The heart can definitely go. The gold star just isn't used appropriately anymore. The gold star used to be for when I want some praise for something. And chat isn't. Like I like sometimes get like in that game when I put that in that cluster mine and then it killed the and then it like let me know that there was someone behind us. That was a gold star moment. That was a moment where I should have got a gold star because that was a really good use of a cluster mine. That's what that was for. But I guess the people who used to do that have kind of left. Do wet eggs make you happier? Oh, they make me feel gross. They make me feel uncomfortable. That's so gross. It's so disgusting, isn't it? Those wet eggs are disgusting. So disgusting. Ugh. It's just a bag of wet eggs. Ooh, yeah, wet eggs. Can I record that one ever go like, ooh, yeah, wet eggs. Now I can like, oh no, run it. And then, ooh, yeah, wet eggs. Ooh, yeah, wet eggs. Ooh, yeah, wet eggs. Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, I need some better emotes. I need some better emotes. For sure. Ooh, yeah, wet eggs. I've now got a sound file on my PC of me saying, ooh, yeah, wet eggs. That's what we need. It's what everybody needs in life. Everybody needs. Ooh, yeah, wet eggs. Yay, we did the kill streak discount. I've forgotten what we did for that. What did I get for the kill streak discount? Oh, is it for killing the helicopter? Oh, killing the bomb maker. Yay, we killed the bomb maker. Enough. We killed a pyro twice more, something. Hello, Commander, loads of times. Loads of times. But we've got 7 cigar boxes now. That's pretty good, considering I was on 1 the other day. That's, like, not bad. We're, what's that, a fifth of the way? 20% of the way done. I need more encrypted hard drives. Bit more ammo. Where's the wine? Oh, there. 3 more bottles of wine. 1 more bottle of Japanese liquor. That's pretty good. Pretty good. You have to play that every kill on proxy chat. Like, ooh, yeah, wet eggs. Set that as the new member alert. What, when someone becomes a member, it just comes up with, ooh, yeah, wet eggs. That would be quite funny. Should I do that? Why not? Stream elements, dashboard, log in to YouTube. Right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it live on YouTube. Streaming tools, elements, no, overlays. That's what I want. Alerts. Oh no, I use glitch alerts. I don't use the alerts one anymore. Glitch alerts. Alert box settings, member. Upload sound. Upload. Got to find the file in there. Videos. I don't know where this saves. It's also music. No. Videos, stream, audio clips. I'm guessing it's the newest one. That one. What's it sound like? Ooh, yeah, wet eggs. There we go. So that should work. So now if I do a member, this will probably double up the sound, but so if I do a new member. Ooh, yeah, wet eggs.
Herta became a member.
There we go. That is the new member sound. I need to change it on all of the sponsor things too. This is going to go badly wrong. This is going to be a problem, I think. Upload that one. Save. Change that one. Gifts. Upload. Save. Save. Upload. Submit. I'm just making it so whatever people do with that. Right, I think when someone does a gift, it won't play it over and over again because that would be annoying if it happened like 10 times. There we go. When people become members now, it should say, ooh yeah, wet eggs. I think. It's always a bit weird with the YouTube alerts, like whether they work out well or not. Right. I think that's going to be me done for today, you know. I think, well, I say done for today. I am going to hop on over to Twitch. There's a couple of games I want to play on Twitch. I'm going to play a little bit of Stampede Racing. I'm going to play a bit of Remnant 2. I want to get into playing that today. So if you want to join me over on Twitch, please do. I get that some of you just want to watch DMZ, and that's fine. I don't mind. Fine. I won't take it personally. I'll even, just to reinforce how I don't take that personally, I'll even go raid... No one's online who's playing DMZ. I'll fixate is, but I raided him the other day. No, screw it. I'm not going to raid anyone. What time? Basically now. You can go wait there, why not? There's the Twitch channel. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming. I might do a short stream now and then a longer one later. But there's my Twitch channel. Come on, follow me over on Twitch. I will see you all later, maybe in like 5 minutes. And I'll see you then. Goodbye. Boop.